Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Once again, it is the one and only Optibotimus coming at you with another video review. And finally, this whole long journey with the new X-Men Nemesis Build-A-Figure wave has come to an end, where we will be taking a look at all the parts and all the stuff that makes Nemesis and putting him together. Now, as I've talked about, this is not the version of Nemesis that I really care about, and I'm very disappointed in it. Not because the figure is bad, but calling him Nemesis really does make me want him to be this guy. This is the original Nemesis, or as he was called back then, Holocaust. He was introduced to us in the Age of Apocalypse, and his name was Holocaust in it, but there was a lot of controversy with his name, so they changed it to Nemesis. That was the Age of Apocalypse universe. This guy, while still being called Nemesis, realistically is similar to what we have with Holocaust or Nemesis, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Holocaust. This guy is the main universe. I think it's the 616 universe kind of version of him. And he grew up in a completely different way. Has a lot of the same abilities, obviously, but he's almost like a completely different character. He's similar to it, but in a multiversal kind of difference. I just really prefer this look for him. I don't necessarily think that this is bad, but I really do think that in the new 616 universe, he basically goes by the name of Genocide, which is not much different than the word Holocaust, let's be honest. So it's really weird, but he is meant to be the son of Apocalypse, as it was indicated here, although I don't know if they ever actually really came out and definitively said that he was at the time, but I think they went back and kind of adjusted that. So for him, we're going to put things together. So let's, wow, holy cow, that's really, why are you not going in there at all? But hold on, that's really insanely stiff. Holy God, that's like insane. I'm putting insane amount of pressure on here. I got it on. Okay, that's yeah, that was an insane amount of pressure I had to put in there. Let's put his other arm, because that was an adventure. Let's see if I have to do that with this one as well. Oh, well, shoot. All right. Come on. Why is it so insanely difficult to get these parts in? My God, hold on. Ugh. Son of a biscuit. All right, I think that's in there. Yeah, all right, that's not. Oh, wow, that is really stiff joints on him. This one's a little bit better. Maybe, I mean, that one's insanely stiff. So, legs. This is going to be this leg. Let's see if it's. Oh, that's hard to get in there as well. Man, what is happening with? Oh, and then you just turn it and it pops right out. All right. I mean, there. All right. So he's got the swivel there. God bless him. God bless him. Well, that one's not nearly as. No, but that, like, I don't know if I have that all the way in. I think I do. All right. God damn. dang. I mean, this guy, he almost looks cool just like this. Get his... I mean, that... He's a big figure, too. I mean, that dude's... He's a big boy. He has the hoses and stuff. That hose plugs in right there in the back. Obviously, his finger or his hand here can be different. I almost really do kind of want to leave it with that on there, which is really cool. I also like that his jaw is articulated. That's really neat. All right, so there's that. We're going to bring his helmet into the picture here. Just plug that right there. And plug that right there. This is going to plug into the back. Oh, maybe I should put that in first. So, I mean, I do like that you can take that off. And I love the flames that are around there. That's really cool. So let's get that in there. Plug all this junk in. Get in there. Get in there. It feels, I mean, the stiffness of everything on here is very annoying. I'll be totally honest. I mean, it's good because it's gonna stay, but yeah, I don't like how overly stiff that is. All right, so that's gonna go there. Finally, this comes around here after I drop it, and that's gonna plug in that there. And or maybe what? Why do I feel like it is upside down? Oh, okay, there we go. Just kind of move it around, and then we're going to plug these bits in on the sides of him. I mean, does that... I mean, it's kind of in there. And then this guy is going to plug into... Well, I guess you can plug it into either one of these. I'll put it over... I'm going to put it on this side. You could put it there if you wanted to, but then it's going to put more of a bend on that. So I feel like... Oh, well, that popped off. So plug that in. Plug that in. And there we go. There we have Genocide. Even though, like, the pack... And this is the part where I was a little bit annoyed. Because he's referred to as Nemesis. And there we go. I mean, we got to really make sure that these legs... It's like they're locked into place. So he's advertised as being Nemesis. And, you know, that's kind of where I'm a little bit miffed at what Hasbro did with this. Because when you tell me Nemesis, I'm thinking it's going to be this guy. Or Holocaust. Whatever you want to call him. This is this character, but in a different universe. And that's the part that I just... what the... I feel like more people would have really have preferred an updated version of this guy. And one of the biggest reasons is because, number one, this guy's very cool looking. Number two, anybody that has this one, more than likely, yours is broken like mine. These little clips, because it's clear plastic, they are very, very common to be broken off of this figure. Now you can kind of mitigate that by kind of holding that there and kind of putting the little shoulder bits over, so you can kind of mitigate the entire thing. Plus his articulation was really stupid. You had these legs that kind of swiveled, right? Like this. But it ended up making his joints really funky looking. So you had to be creative with the legs to get him to stand. You can see like the arms are swapped, where this is his big giant like cannon arm, whereas that one's on the other side and stuff. So this guy, I think, like I said, I think a lot of people were really expecting, when we saw it was announced that we were getting Nemesis again, I think a lot of people thought that they were going to be getting a new version of this guy. And I'm trying to get his legs to rotate. I messed with it. And let's see, because you have to... We're just going to see. I also really like how you can remove that, which is kind of funny. Put that on there. But it's, yeah, see, like this leg is good. This one, though, you have to fiddle with this one, and it's definitely annoying to get his legs to kind of look halfway decent. So that's what I'm saying. I think a lot of people were really hoping to get a new version of this one, just because there's so much that they could have done better with him, that with modern technology and all that fun stuff, they could have really updated this guy, and they chose not to. And you call him Nemesis, and he's a version of Nemesis, but he's not the Holocaust version of Nemesis that most people really would want. And like I said, that's unfortunate. It really is. And I'm just fiddling with this guy because, I mean, it is not that this is a bad-looking figure. He looks cool. The suit is very astronaut-ish, especially like when you look in the back and you got the hose thing here. He didn't have any hose thing, but the biggest thing with him, and like I said, you know, basically the same character, just a different universe. He essentially channels all sorts of like nuclear energy and everything like that through his body. His suit, even this one, is meant to kind of contain some of it. So it kind of makes sense that like this kind of plugs into the inside section, and he can then take this giant blaster and like shoot all that like nuclear energy out at people. It's still a really good figure, though. Don't get me wrong. The figure is well done. It's just the character is the part that I kind of have the issue with, and that's the part where you're gonna have to kind of either be happy with it or not. And it's really one of those things where it's this version of the character is not the version that I hope for. I hope that at some point in time we do get another one that looks like this. I think with modern tech, I mean, this is a fairly old figure. I think with modern technology, with what they put in this guy, I think that they could do an amazing job with this. I still like the toy, though. The colors look fantastic. You got the different levels of like rust, the orangish color. You can see like a lot of pitting on here. I mean, like this suit has taken a lot of damage, even when you look at it, like, and it's a nice texture to it. They did a great job with it. I just keep going back to that, and I'm sure I sound like an annoying broken record, but this is just not the version of the character that I would want. So honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with this figure. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or what. But also, like, the way that the arms and everything, like everything connecting is kind of annoying on them. You can remove this. I do think that almost looks a little cooler with that off. I kind of dig it. But you can see the flames. What do I keep hitting? Oh, I keep hitting the display stand. I love the flames that are going around there. That's really very nice. Like I said, the actual skull is cool with the articulation there. For the rest of his articulation, you do have the swivel here. You do have, this one is very stiff, moving in and out, and you can hear it's a ratchet joint. You have a swivel at the bicep. You do have two bends at the elbow for a good range of motion, which that's really nice to see. I did dislodge this, but, you know, whatever. Just kind of force that back in there. You do have a swivel at the bicep. I don't think it might be a ball joint, so you do get a little bit of up and down, but not really a ton. There's nothing at the waist, though. All of it is up here at the diaphragm section. This arm here, oh, you also do have the wrist that rotate, and then if you swap that out, you have the open hand. This one has the same level of articulation. You do have the double joint at the elbow, but obviously because he doesn't have a hand there, no, that you don't have any of that hand articulation. Hips do move forward and back. They move in and out. They do rotate at the upper part of the thigh. Make sure you get that as pushed in as possible. Otherwise, it feels like they will pop out. So make sure that you really force those in there. You do have the two bends at the knee. Ankles do move forward and back, and then they do rotate. Yeah, they do rotate. I'm trying to see. Oh, they also do have tilt in there too. So there's a ton of articulation in that. I do kind of think that he just looks cooler with the helmet off. Honestly, the biggest thing is, like, I don't know if I want to put this guy. I mean, I guess like realistically, I probably could put him with just my regular X-Men thing, but again, like with me, most of you know that I'm a big fan of the animated X-Men and their look. So this guy was never in the animated series like this. So I don't know what to do. I mean, it's not a bad figure. It's just where I want to put it in my display, or if I actually do want to keep it. I haven't decided. It's a good toy. And I wanted to get like the Gambit figure. This wave has been half and half for me. Gambit is a fantastic figure. Who else is in it? Oh, what's her name from Generation X? She was a good figure. I mean, all of them are good figures. The Cyclops is a good figure. I don't have that in my display. Nightcrawler is a good figure. I don't have him in my display because those are variants of those particular characters. So, I mean, it's Wolverine. I never bother getting because he does not have any need for completing this guy. I'm honest. I'm trying to think of who else. I feel like I'm missing someone else in it. And you know, the Build-A-Figure is pretty decent. It's just for me, this wave is kind of mid, as the kids say, just because only half of them I really liked, and the Build-A-Figure, while it's a good Build-A-Figure and the figure is well done, it's just the character, and that this version of the character I don't have much of an interest in. So realistically, I think it kind of depends. If you want to get the Nemesis, or I'm just going to call them Genocide. If you want to get the Genocide figure, then you got to get all of them. Otherwise, I would just kind of stick to the characters maybe that you want. I don't think that this is a wave that is a must-have by any stretch of the imagination. You know, it's, and I'm still trying to think of, maybe it was. I'm still trying to think of that third one, and if I actually kind of wanted them. I know there's Marrow was pretty decent. Like I said, it's just maybe that's the one that I'm thinking of, Marrow. But there you go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this little journey. I know not a lot of people watch these Marvel Legend reviews. They're definitely, you know, not paying the bills. But it's still I love doing these videos. I love the fact that some of you really do enjoy watching them. I love the engagement that some of you enjoy when you leave the comments and things like that. I read 99% of them, unless it's one that has a lot of them, and I tend to miss some of them. But I read a lot of the comments that you guys leave. That's one thing that, as I've lost popularity over the years, that's definitely one thing that is kind of a fun aspect of it, that I can actually engage and read comments a little bit more. So there you go, guys. Hopefully, though, like I said, you have enjoyed this journey culminating in the building of Nemesis. If you have enjoyed the videos, don't forget, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit that thumbs up button. That one small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I'd really very much appreciate it. If you'd like to add this wave to your collection, you can do so by going to places like Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, and even Entertainment Earth for all of that stuff. I will put links down there in the video description where you can pick these guys up. If you are so inclined, want to help support the channel so that you can help get other video reviews, maybe some early ones, things of that nature, consider becoming an Optibotimus Plus channel member. And don't forget to subscribe in case you haven't already subscribed. That way you get instant email notifications whenever I upload a new video or go live and have fun talking with all of you guys one-on-one. Beyond that, that's about it, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And until next time, this is Optibotimus saying to please remember that the real trouble with this world is that too many people grow up. Again, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll talk to you later.